Warning. This program may contain material of an explicit or graphic nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting undead from the B ward, this is Post-Mortem. I'm Dom.
And I'm JD. Today we have our top 5 minor characters.
That's right.
The guys in the background.
Yeah.
Supporting characters.
Some of the most interesting people in movies sometimes.
They are. But first, before we get into that, a little segment we call Horror News.
Horror News.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This is, see, when you guys buy things through the Amazon banner, look, we can afford these fancy bells and whistles that you just heard.
Yeah, that 25 cents really paid off.
Yeah, it sure did. All right, so I got some horror news for you, Don.
Okay.
You heard of Rob Zombie's 31?
Yes, I'm a big Rob Zombie fan.
Yeah, me too. Not of the music, but of the movies.
I love his music. I don't care what anyone says.
Not so much the Halloween remakes, but I love The Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
I love House of a Thousand Corpses.
Great movie.
And I love Lords of Salem. A lot of people shit on it. I loved it.
Lords of Salem was... I love Lords of Salem, but Lords of Salem was also Hocus Pocus on really, really bad LSD.
Yeah, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I like the music. I like the whole thing. And you got to see Evil Lynn naked.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's true.
Not too appealing these days.
No. But, and I even like the Halloween movies if you consider them as standalone movies. Like, if you just made other slasher movies, they would have been good.
Yeah, if it was never called Halloween, or if Halloween never existed when they made it, it might have been good, but I love the original Halloween. You can't touch it, you know. So, anyways, 31. Plot details have been revealed. Have you heard them?
I have not, no.
Okay, so I got some plot details about what this fucker's going to be about. 31. 5 friends are kidnapped on the day before Halloween and are held hostage in a terrifying place named Murder World.
Murder World.
That was a song on Zombie's second album before they even got to Geffen Records.
Oh.
He's digging back into his past.
Kind of like Strangeland is a Twisted Sister song.
Yeah, that's right.
Horror, Tyria, Captain Howdy. Anyways, while trapped, they must play a violent game called 31, in which the mission is to survive 12 hours against a gang of evil clowns.
Cool.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. I was wondering if he was going to somehow incorporate ice cream into it, 31 flavors. Ever since I saw the first thing, I saw the clowns, and I was like, I wonder if there's an ice cream reference in here.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to have Sid Haig in a cameo. Probably.
Yeah, he has to.
He's probably, as a clown. But, yeah, it's going to star Sherry Moon Zombie, of course.
That's right.
Malcolm McDowell, of course.
Okay.
And Evil Lynn herself, Meg Foster, of course.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good cast.
So, good news about this movie that gets me excited the most. Initially, it was NC-17. He had to fight for the R rating.
Mm-hmm.
So the theatrical release probably will have a little bit of cut, but if it was NC-17, it's probably got some of the good stuff.
And there will be a director's cut.
Yeah, once the unrated version comes out, it's probably got some of the good stuff in there to get that rating. So
I'm excited about that. Have
and
you seen his animated movie, Haunted World of El Super Visto?
I have.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I did not know what it was, and started watching it with my daughter on Netflix.
Oops.
I didn't know what it was. She's like, Daddy, can we watch this? I'm like, okay. Because it's like the luchador guy, right?
Yeah, it's a cartoon, kind of.
It's not for kids.
No.
So, yeah, it received the NC-17 before the R rating for strong, bloody horror violence, pervasive language, sexual contact, and drug use.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it does. So I'm excited for a 31. What do you got this week?
I saw a preview this week that made me jump up and go, this is going to be fucking awesome. It's for a movie called Frankenstein Created Bikers.
I have not heard of this.
It's coming out this summer, directed by a guy named James Bickert, and this is like old school exploitation shot on 35mm film with practical effects. and the preview is guns, tits, blood, torture, drugs, explosions, nihilism, motorcycles.
I'm there,
amazing.
bro.
So here's the synopsis. A resurrected outlaw biker finds himself addicted to the substance that brought him back from the grave. In order to get his daily fix, his gang is forced to do the bidding of two sadistic scientists attempting to capture a biological mutation and perform human head transplant on kidnapped teenagers. When his disgruntled ex-girlfriend is released from prison, she embarks on an explosive manhunt for her former lover and his strung-out pack of degenerates. With 3 dysfunctional bounty hunters, a rival motorcycle gang, and an army of machine gun-toting strippers, it becomes a race against law enforcement for bragging rights to the gang leader's demise.
That sounds like the greatest movie ever made.
I am.
We did say, when we finally give it 10, it's going to be on something new.
Yeah.
So I think we should see this one together.
I'm on it, yeah.
Is it coming out in theaters, you know?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, if not, you know, we'll internet it and watch it together here in the B-Word.
It'll be fantastic.
I have one more, well, actually 2 more little pieces of news. They kind of tie together.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Littlest Lovecraft?
Sounds like a children's book, is it?
It is a children's book.
Okay.
About Cthulhu,
Okay.
about Lovecraft lore, but for kids.
Nice.
They're crowdfunding it right now. I've been looking at this.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah. I've been pretty amped on this for a while now. You know, just wanted to get it for my kids.
Right, that sounds great.
Kind of introduce them to it.
Yeah, little gateway action.
Right now, they're crowdfunding. So, if they need help, if you want to see this, you want your kids to read it, you want to read it yourself, Dom probably wants to read it himself as well.
So, not planning on having kids, but I definitely like Lovecraft, so
yeah,
I'll read it to your kids.
It's called it's called Littlest Lovecraft. You can go to the website littlestlovecraft.com, make your donation if you want to see it happen. And my last bit of news, that's all about Littlest Lovecraft, but something else related to H.P. Lovecraft. You might have heard it, you might have seen it. A lost manuscript of H.P. Lovecraft has been recovered. That hasn't seen the light of day.
Mm-hmm.
It was commissioned by Harry Houdini, the escape artist, to
Wow.
be written by H.P. Lovecraft.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they found it. So it's not the Lovecraft lore. It's basically a book that shits on religion and superstition.
Cool.
Yeah. It's called The Cancer of Superstition. It's only 31 pages. It talks about worshiping the dead, cannibals, werewolves, and shits on all the superstitious beliefs in religion in favors of modern science.
Nice.
So Harry Houdini said, H.P. Lovecraft, I want you to write about this. Here's X amount of dollars. H.P. Lovecraft said, okay. Got to 31 pages. I can't remember. When I was reading the story, I don't remember who died. One of them died. I think it was Houdini.
Okay.
One of them died. Whoever died first, you can look it up. But one of them died. It kind of gets lost.
Okay.
And now it's on auction. And the price is pretty low. It's like $12,000 was the opening bid, but they expected to go for $40 or something.
It's a small price to pay for something that'll probably drive you insane when you read it.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew you'd be excited about that. I hope whoever pays the fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars or tens of thousands or whatever it goes for, I hope whoever does it releases it to the public.
Yeah, they don't pull like a Martin Shkreli with the
Yeah,
fucking
fuck
Wu-Tang
that guy.
album and
Yeah.
he's probably gonna buy it. You know what? If that
Guys,
happens,
I'll kill him.
Yeah.
I'll kill him myself.
Yeah, I'll fucking defend the honor of H.P. Lovecraft and Wu-Tang Clan all in one fell swoop.
Although H.P. Lovecraft was kind of a dick as a person.
Oh, H.P. Lovecraft was a total dick.
He's a racist and everything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But he was also like insane. So
Right.
I don't know how much of that you can attribute to the other thing, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I love the stories.
Had a lot of health problems. And,
Yeah,
you
kept
you-
inside a lot.
If you judge the art by the artist, you're not gonna like most things.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what happens when I started playing with a bunch of bigger bands.
Yeah.
You know, from being in music.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're a dick. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's what happens with the wrestling thing. We start being these name wrestlers. Well, yeah, they're a dick.
I
And
actually,
fuck 'em.
I gave Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins the finger about 6 inches from his face.
You told me that story,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When you were working at the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's a fucking prick. Fuck you, Billy Corgan.
Yeah. Fuck you, Billy Corgan.
Fucking
Today's rating system.
fuck Billy Corgan.
Fuck Billy Corgans.
So let it be written, so let it
Billy
be done.
Corgan smash pumpkin. Okay, so you got any more news?
This is kind of joke news, but at the same time it's news. I think you saw the poster that I posted for Shark Exorcist.
Yes, I did.
I actually am a big fan of those fucking shark movies. Like, they're terrible. No doubt they're fucking terrible.
They are pretty terrible.
But I just saw the preview for Shark Exorcist. And it starts out with a chick with huge tits in a bikini swimming in the ocean in high heels.
Okay.
And she gets attacked by a demon shark. And she comes out of the water and she's like hot chick most of the time until she like gets the guy somewhere, and then she develops a shark mouth and like devours the guy.
Okay, so she becomes like a were-shark.
Yeah. And then there's an evil nun, and there's a priest that's trying to do the exorcism. This is all coming out this summer. It's coming out, I believe, in July.
It's not coming out to theaters.
No.
Coming to a sci-fi channel near you.
As a matter of fact, it specifically said coming to DVD.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Shark Exorcist.
They don't even say on demand because there's no demand for it.
No.
Just coming to DVD.
I'm like the only person in the world that's excited about this.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm not excited. I am intrigued.
I'm expecting blood, tits, and shitty camera work.
Yeah. Shitty camera work is what does it in for me.
Yeah.
It's really what does it in. That and the fucking shitty CGI.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the movies of the fucking croctopus and all this shit. You know, combine the two animals, make it large. I hate that shit. So
The CGI in those movies is so bad that it's good, though. It's not like where they're trying to make it look real and it just makes it look more cartoonish.
Have you ever seen The Host?
Yes.
Awesome, huh?
Yeah.
That's a monster movie with CGI that I actually like. So.
And that's where they do, like, animatronics enhanced with CGI. You know,
Yeah.
They pull it off well. This movie, all of the shark footage looks like it's stock footage because it's a shark demon. So it's like stock footage of a shark swimming around in the water, but they red tinted it.
That's awesome. That's like in video games, old school video games. Like, you know what level you're on because the bad guys would change colors.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same model. They change colors and makes them stronger.
Yep.
It's not the Baron. It's not the Hell Knight. It's the Baron of Hell.
But he's just palette swapped. Yeah, this one should be called palette swapped shark exorcist. That's hard to say. Hi, thanks for listening to the Postmortem Podcast. If you want to support us, go to our website at www.postmortemshow.com and click the Amazon link.
By clicking on the Amazon banner, Amazon will give a small percentage of the purchase price of your item back to the Postmortem Podcast at no additional cost to you. That's right. It doesn't cost you any money. We get money. You want us to keep doing this? You want more Doug Jones talk? You want more dick and fart talk? I don't care. We're going to do it.
Fund our filthy, filthy habits.
Yes, and they are many and they are fast.
And most of them aren't legal.
Yes. Click the banner. Just do it.
Come on, don't be a dick. Give us money.
It's time for the good movie. And the bad movie.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing. Who was the fantastic voice actor that you got to do that?
It was me.
Okay. Well, at least we know he's in our budget.
It's time for the good movie.
I did several takes.
You did? to perfect that one?
Yeah. If you're listening to this and you could make something better, send it in, please.
Yeah, we'll use
For
it.
the good movie, bad movie, horror news, any of this thing, we
Dick
might
pics,
rotate them out.
whatever you got.
No dick pics.
Okay.
Boobs, yes. Anyways, it's time for the good movie and the bad movie.
And the bad movie.
And the bad movie.
So, why don't you go first this week?
All right. My bad movie, I thought was going to be worse than it was, but it was still bad. It's this movie that's floating around on Netflix called Rekill. And it has 1.5 stars on Netflix.
I have seen the picture. I have not indulged.
It has 5.1 stars on IMDb.
What?
Yeah. So, this movie is basically...
It's like the production staff rating it and no one
Yeah.
else has ever seen it. You ever see
Probably.
that? New movies that come out, they're rated like 8.6.
Yeah.
IMDb, top 250. Movies that haven't been released.
Yeah, there's
it's
a
that
re-
guy and his mom.
Yeah.
He filmed it with a high 8 camcorder and his mom's like, it's so great.
the director's Aunt Shirley fucking...
Yeah.
Tight, tight, tight.
It even says Aunt Shirley
Yeah.
says.
Come home for dinner. So, this movie's... You remember... I don't know if you're supposed to call it rec or record or whatever.
Yeah,
REC,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
that
I love
movie.
it.
It's that meets Cops.
Okay.
So the plot of the movie is it's this post-apocalyptic scenario where humanity was wiped out and there was a zombie plague and blah, blah, blah. And they managed to get the plague under control, but there are still little outbreaks of zombies here and there. And there's this police force that have been assigned to re-kill the zombies, basically. They go out to wherever the outbreaks are and they kill the zombies.
Okay.
But there's also a conspiracy, like there's this doomsday cult that wants to bring the zombies back, so like the cops have to deal with them. It's a pretty standard plot for a shitty post-apocalyptic zombie movie, but the way that they do it is actually kind of cool. Because the entire movie is framed as a TV show. There's like a CNN network that is all about Outbreak.
I'm kind of intrigued now that you
Yeah.
say this. I kind of do want to watch it, even though it's your bad movie of the week,
Right.
so obviously it's not that great.
Yeah.
But
The characters are all stock characters. The dialogue's shitty. A lot of it's really repetitive. Like, this character's nihilistic. They really drive it home every time he gets a chance. He's like,
dude, it's overdone. Stop making everyone sarcastic, nihilistic assholes. It makes me not want to watch the movie. If you don't care about anybody that's being killed, why the fuck do they need to die?
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. But the points that I'm going to give them is, one, it was creatively put together because they did it it was the found footage style, but pieced together like a TV show. So there's music in the background, there's like subtitles that tell you what's going on to catch you up to thing. All that was really cool. There was a lot of practical effects, and the practical effects were really good. It was when the digital effects came into play, they really stood out against the practical effects. That was problematic. But where the genius in this movie lies, and they totally just ripped it off from the original RoboCop, but there are commercials in between the segments.
I love
and
that.
The commercials create the world that everything is set in. And those commercials, some of them are fucking brilliant.
It's like Idiocracy or Wolf Cop.
Yeah, yeah. That's where the gold in this movie lies, is in the commercials in between. So it got harder to watch as it went on because it started to drag and become repetitive and darker and more shaky camera and all that. But they split it up with those commercials enough to keep it interesting. So I'm going to give it 4 out of 10 fucked Billy Corgans.
We already did fuck corpses. It
That's
can't
true.
be fuck Billy Corgans.
It can be 4 out of 10 face-smashed Billy Corgans.
I feel like we can do better.
Better?
I feel like we can do better.
Okay. 4 out of 10 Billy Corgans face-smashed and fucked to death by Bigfoot.
Okay, that's fine with me. But he does own a wrestling company, so tread lightly because, I need money.
We may have to go do furniture commercials with it.
All right, so yeah, 4 out of 10 Billy Corgan, Bigfoot. Harry Henderson fucking Billy Corgan.
Yes.
I mean, Harry and the Hendersons.
Harry,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Harry,
not the wrestler.
not the one-legged wrestler.
Okay.
No. Harry.
Why doesn't that guy do a Bigfoot gimmick? I mean, he's got 1 foot, so he could be called 1 foot instead of Bigfoot. But
It's incredibly offensive.
he's my friend. I can say it about
I
him.
know, he's my friend.
I beat him with his own crutch. We're buddies.
All right, so I will not see this movie now. I changed my mind.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and rewatch the episode of X-Files called X-Cops, where it's cops. The TV show Cops is following around Mulder and Scully. You ever seen that?
No,
It's great. You got to see that.
that sounds awesome.
These movies, okay, so I'm going to go on a little tangent here, but these movies that suck but have redeeming qualities, why you got to have an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Why can't you make a 30-minute movie, 45-minute movie?
I'm actually going to be talking about that with my good movie.
Why you gotta drag your subject matter out to an hour and a half, 2 hours when you don't have shit?
Yeah, make a short film.
You got all this fucking filler in the middle. It ruins the movie.
Yeah. Not everything has to be feature length.
My good movie would have been better too if it was a little shorter.
Really?
Yeah. But my bad movie. Okay. Fuck. I don't know why I would do this to myself. I have no idea. I actually watched about 30 minutes of this movie right when it came out and was disgusted and turned it off. But my son begged me to watch it. He just had to know, he had to see it. I told him, he begged me to watch it. I've been playing a lot of Doom lately.
Okay.
In preparation for the new Doom, you know?
Mhm.
I'm playing Final Doom, Doom 2, creative levels, all this stuff. Waiting for the new Doom game. Well, he asked me to watch Doom, the movie, starring The Rock.
Semper Fi, motherfucker.
And it is not good.
It's pretty bad.
2005, starring Carl Urban as Doom Guy John. You know, the main Doom guy.
Judge
and
Dredd.
you have The Rock playing Sarge. Don't you ever... Doom is so much better than Judge Dredd. Don't you ever say it. Don't you ever say it! I love Doom. I hate Judge Dredd.
Oh no, I'm talking about the new Judge Dredd. Carl Urban was Judge Dredd in the new Judge Dredd.
Oh, I thought you were comparing the Mask of Doom to the Mask of Doom.
No.
All right. Well, okay, I forgive you. So, Doom 3 came out. It was okay. If you take it for what it was, it's almost like they wanted to be Dead Space. Doom 2 is far superior as a game. I could play it over and over. Doom 3. This follows the plot of Doom 3 more than Doom 1 and 2. There's the Sarge character, there's the heel turn, The Rock turns heel.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of problems.
That's Semper Fi, motherfucker.
Yeah,
That's where
Semper
you're
Fi,
from.
motherfuckers. Let's just kill everyone. There's a lot of problems. First off,
Where do you begin?
the game Doom was about one Space Marine against all the hordes of hell.
Yep.
That was the whole premise. In this, there's a bunch of Space Marines chasing around demons, and there's not that many demons.
Nope.
There's like 5 or 6 in the whole fucking movie. Should have fucking more demons in the fucking movie.
5 demons is not a horde.
It is not a horde.
It's a quintet.
It's a
of
gathering.
demons. A gaggle of demons.
It's a barbershop quartet of demons.
A baker's dozen of demons.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, you know. It's just fucking jump scares
All
on the
over.
platoon. It's terrible. Imps, instead of throwing the iconic fireballs, because it's basically the imps, the lowest level, besides the little fucking zombie guys.
Yeah.
That's basically all you see. They don't throw fireballs, they spit their tongues out.
That's right.
It's fucking retarded. That's what made the game so fun was all the monsters. It was almost impossible. You put that bitch on Nightmare,
Yeah.
you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You know, there's so
my
many.
fingers will still go to the God code on Doom. I haven't memorized.
Not me.
Yeah?
Not me. I am right now. I'm replaying Final Doom on the hardest difficulty, Nightmare, and I'm on level 10.
Wow.
So I'm
With
kicking
no
some
God
ass.
code?
No God code. No
Wow.
codes at all. No.
Wow.
I'm a man. I'm a man and shit.
Shit.
So the whole movie is way too dark.
Yeah.
It's all closed hallways and sewers. It's not big open areas with a shitload of monsters. So that's what killed it for me. But there are 2 redeeming qualities to this movie. First off, there's a pretty sweet first-person shooter sequence.
God mode
where you
scene,
see
yeah.
you see the gun, you know, you're the walking gun, you know, just like any first-person shooter game, like GoldenEye, Doom, Duke Nukem. If you're not a gamer, that's what it's like, you know, when you see the gun and through the person's eyes. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's not as awesome as the game, but pretty awesome.
Right.
Second, playing Sewer Imp number 2 and the Dr. Carmack Imp, the one and only Doug Jones. Tony! The Dukes!
Wow.
Making an appearance.
Yeah.
IMDb rates it a generous 5.2 out of 10.
That's like 1 point higher than the movie I just reviewed.
I would give it a 3.5 myself. I'll add another point for the first-person shooter sequence.
Okay.
I'll add another point for the Duke.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it a 5.5.
Oh, 5.5.
5.5 fucking Bigfoot smashing pumpkins or whatever.
Billy Corgan.
Fuck you, Billy Corgan. That's the whole
it.
point.
Yeah.
I'll never work for you.
Cool.
Call me. Call me.
Call me. don't call me. Fuck you.
Don't flip you off. I just want to go on record. I didn't flip you off. You know, send me a check. I'm there. Okay.
Good
What about
movies.
the good movie?
It's time for the good movie.
Okay. That's enough of that.
My good movie is a movie that I saw in high school when it first came out. This was a movie that was never put out in mass circulation. It was only originally circulated through tape trades to add to the mystique of it. And it's called Broken, and it was made by Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails fame.
Okay.
And Peter Christopherson, who is he was a member of Throbbing Gristle, which was like one of the foundational industrial bands, and founding member of Coil, who we use a lot for our background music.
Not related
shows.
to Jody.
No relation there. And a lot of people know Trent Reznor right now as like the guy who wins Oscars for soundtracks.
The guy who
and
covered Johnny Cash.
the guy who covered Johnny Cash, or everyone knows the "I Want to Fuck You Like an Animal" song, "Closer," you know, all that.
Pretty sweet video.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you were saying, that's one of the ones that got
Yeah,
ripped off
yeah.
for The Cell, right?
Song has a great video, and all of that stuff happened after Trent Reznor kind of went commercial. What a lot of people don't know is there was this time period before Trent was commercial that he was a sick fuck, and
Okay.
like really into like some real fucking dark shit. Marilyn Manson came along and overshadowed all of that, and Trent Reznor went in his direction. But this movie that he made was for his album Broken. It was his second album, and it's actually an EP. There's only like 7 songs on the album, but it's one of the most like just heavy, loud, bombastic, distorted, smashy industrial rock albums ever. It laid the foundation for what we know commercially as industrial rock. And he and Peter Christopherson got together, and they took the videos. They made videos for each of the songs on the album. The core 5 songs. There are 2 like bonus tracks on the end, with other directors, and then they strung the videos together with what is essentially a pseudo snuff film.
Okay.
And it tells the story of this guy who goes out and picks up a male prostitute and tortures him while watching Nine Inch Nails videos, and then eventually murders him. And when it came out on tape trades, it was recirculated and copied. So when you got the tape, it was like real gritty and grimy, and it looked like something you weren't supposed to be watching. And a couple years ago, Trent Reznor went through the trouble to release it onto torrent sites so that people could just go and download it. But he made copies of it so it was still gritty. So even when you get the digital files now, it still looks like a gritty VHS tape.
Okay.
And
like Faces of Death when you're a kid.
Exactly. It's on that level. And the special effects on it are so good. Like
really?
There's
all practical, obviously.
Yeah, it's all practical. There's improvised dentistry. There's castration. There's heart removal. There's cannibalism. There's chainsaw rape. It's just fucked up and gory and gross.
Chainsaw rape.
Yeah,
I like that.
And mixed in with that, all of the like professionally produced music videos that the killer is making his victim watch, they're all fucking sick shit too. The pinnacle video of it is for a song called "Happiness and Slavery," and it features this guy named Bob Flanagan. Do you know who he was?
Yeah, it's the guy with the sick documentary, right?
Yeah. It was the guy that the sick documentary is about. He was a performance artist who would mutilate himself on stage and put hooks through himself. And all
very
that.
Similar to what I do.
Yeah, very much so. He stars in this video as a guy who basically goes into a room, attaches himself to a machine that begins to sexually pleasure him, and then dismembers him, grinds him up into meat to feed to flowers.
Awesome.
And the whole thing is beautifully done, and I went back and
it
watched
reminds me of Guinea Pig, kind of. Just what you're describing kind of reminds me of Guinea Pig, and
it's better than
August.
Guinea Pig.
It's like August Underground meets Guinea Pig.
It kind of laid the groundwork for things like August Underground, because like
wow, really?
Yeah, because it was made.
Well, you have it right
in '93. I actually brought you a copy of it, so
all
you
right.
can watch it. It's 20 minutes long. They don't fuck around with any
that's
of the
just
story.
what we were fucking talking about.
It's 20 minutes long.
20 minutes is better than an hour and a half
everything.
if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, and going back and watching it, like when I watched it in 1993, 94, when I first saw it, it was like I was in high school. I was 14 years old. I was like, oh, this is some dark shit. Now I've seen August Underground. I've seen Martyrs. I've seen all these fucking fucked up French films. We watched.
Inside? I made you watch Inside?
We watched Inside
what,
last
what
week.
is the other movie I made you watch?
Excision.
Excision, yeah.
We watched Excision.
Yeah.
I've seen.
You've never seen Inside or Excision.
I've seen them both.
I had to have him watch those movies. It's
and
very important to me that Dom sees those movies.
They were both great. And having seen all of those movies and coming back 25 years later and watching it again, it still holds up as just as shocking as the first time I watched it.
That's what you need, yeah.
And
like Texas Chainsaw 1, you know, after they bastardize it.
Yeah.
Number 1 is still so great.
You go back and you watch the original and it's just as good. Everything in me wants to give this 10 out of 10, but because of the rule, I'll give it 9.
All right, 9. Okay, so my good movie of the week. We said from the beginning, this would not just be a horror podcast.
Right.
If it's disturbing, extreme, or macabre, we might talk about it.
My good movie wasn't a horror movie?
Dude, it's got snuff and shit like that. Like 8mm isn't a horror movie, but I love that movie.
Yeah.
It might as well be. But
It's exploitation.
Are you a fan of David Cronenberg?
Yes.
Okay, so a couple shows ago, my number 1 masked character,
Yeah.
and yours as well,
Yeah.
was Dr. Decker.
That's right.
Dr. Decker directs some fucked up movies.
Great body horror.
Yeah. The Fly.
Yeah. Altered States.
Altered States. He's got a bunch. You know, everything he does is pretty good. So some of them, actually, he's hit or miss. But Naked Lunch is awesome.
Naked Lunch is a great movie. He was great for the 30 seconds he was in Jason X.
Yeah. So in 2015, he directed a movie called Maps to the Stars. You seen this fucker?
I've heard of it. I have not seen it.
You've heard of it. Okay. I recommend watching it.
Okay.
Again, what we said about movies being okay to go a little short, it was about 2 hours. I could have done with an hour and a half.
Okay.
The beginning was so fucking strong. Got me. I'm like, this is going to be my good movie of the week. And as it progressed, started doubting myself. Came back a little bit on the beginning of the third act. Then went a little too long again, but it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. So
Awesome.
stars Julianne Moore, who I always love.
I have a huge boner for that woman.
Yeah, me too. For some reason, she's just like, yeah.
Like, after I got divorced, I swore off redheads, except her.
Yeah. She's pretty sexy for an old lady.
Yeah.
She was great in Boogie Nights.
Great in Boogie Nights.
She's probably the only person that could have done the job she did after Jodie Foster left.
Yeah.
The Hannibal, you know?
Yeah, she was a good choice.
Yeah. She did really good.
Great in Big Lebowski.
Great in Big Lebowski. Stars Mia Wasikowska. Mia Wasikowska. John Cusack.
Okay. We talked about him a couple of shows too.
And, yeah, we did. And the fucking Twilight vampire, Robert Pattinson. The sparkly vampire. So for that, I would deduct 1 from this movie.
Let me stop you there.
Why?
Rob Pattinson is an excellent fucking human being.
Why?
I'll tell you why. When they bought the rights to make the Twilight movie, they were going to scrap what was in the book and make it an action movie like Blade. And Rob Pattinson signed on to play an action movie vampire that hunts other vampires. And then the books picked up, and the studio said, well, we're going back to the books. So Rob Pattinson got bamboozled into making that shitty-ass movie.
Yeah, well, he made his money, so...
And he hates it. And if you listen to his commentary on the DVDs, a friend of mine recommended I do this, and I did it. It's fucking hilarious.
Why do you have the Twilight DVDs?
My wife had them. He hates those
You
movies.
outed yourself.
I watch him and I jack off and I cry. All he does is talk shit about the movies and talk about how like I just tried to make myself look as stoned and constipated as I could in this scene.
Well, you know, he kind of redeemed himself in this movie.
Okay.
He's a small part in this movie, but he did pretty good.
Okay.
It's not the kind of fucked up like Serbian film or August Underground, but it's disturbing in its own way. In this movie, there's peeing in butts.
Okay.
People buying famous people's turds.
Okay.
That's how I'll rate this movie, in famous people's turds.
Wow.
I like that better than
Okay.
fucking Billy Corgan anyway. So famous people's turds. There's 13-year-old spoiled child actors in rehab.
Okay.
There's ghost incest. Hallucination threesomes. Motivational speakers. Russian roulette. Arson. And child killings.
Wow. And a partridge in a pear tree.
And a partridge in a fucking pear tree. So, it's a story of how fucked up Hollywood is. One family's problems. Stronger at the beginning and the middle kind of drags, like I said. There's a grand reveal later in the movie. Things are not what they seem, as in most movies.
Right. Especially most Cronenberg movies.
I could have done an hour 45 instead of 2 hours, really. IMDb gives it 6.3. I was going to give it 1 lower because than what I said, but I'll go with what I think. 7.
Okay.
We give it 7 famous people's turds.
Wow.
Might have went higher if it wasn't for a shitty CGI fire scene.
Okay.
There's this whole movie. So there's a skull bashing scene that looks completely legitimate. No CGI, just practical. Looks amazing. Then some bitch gets lit on fire.
CGI
And
fire
it's
is the
completely
worst.
CGI fire.
Oh.
It's so terrible.
It's the worst.
Why would you do that, David Cronenberg?
And it's such an easy effect to light someone on fire.
And how much CGI has he used in the past?
Yeah, not much.
All his shit was all practical in his older movies and everything, and they were great. All the effects, the fly, fuck.
Great. Yeah.
You know,
great effects.
It's great.
Landmark effects, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it kind of petered out as it went on, but still fucked up. If you could edit it down to just the fucked up scenes and watch it, and it was like half an hour long, you'd be like, blow your brains out.
We'll watch that tonight.
Yeah, you like it, but you will totally get what I'm saying. When it starts to fall off and you start to snooze,
Yeah.
you're gonna realize what I say is that
I'll watch it sober then. So I don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Or I'll have Aqua Teen on one screen and this on the other. Just
Yeah, that would probably you can go back. Yeah. Put the headphones on for this movie,
Right.
take them off, watch Aquatine. All right, so that's my good movie of the week. Not the best movie, not the strongest choice, but you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
At least it had Dr. Decker in it.
I'm interested.
Yeah, it's worth watching.
Yeah. Did Cronenberg do Bruiser? Was that a Cronenberg movie?
No, it's George A. Romero.
Okay.
Because George A. Romero directed the music video for Scream for the
Yeah.
Misfits.
And they were in the movie, that's
And
right.
in exchange, because he actually contacted the Misfits about being in his movie, and they demanded as payment, instead of getting paid to be in Bruiser, they would have him direct their music video.
Gotcha.
So that was their payment.
Okay.
Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Think about it. If you had a music video and George A. Romero was directing it,
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty
That other guy, I'm not a fan of industrial by any means. You know, I'm a punk rocker, but that other guy you're talking about, what's his name?
Peter Christopherson? Or Trent Reznor?
No, the director of the music videos.
Peter Christopherson, yeah.
That's the director of all
Yeah.
those fucked up like 90s like
No, Mark Romanek.
Yeah, okay, so I would choose that guy over George A. Romero for my music video just because I'm a little fucked up in the head.
Right.
But I love George A. Romero.
I mean, he's one of the godfathers of horror. You gotta love George Romero.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to come back with the top 5 supporting characters.
Coming April 1st, 2016. A dark ambient experiment in audio necromancy. Mechanical Ghost presents as Mortem Volume 1, Stepping Sideways and Descending. For more information, visit www.mechanicalghost.com.
Okay, back at the B Ward post-mortem with the top 5 minor characters.
Yeah, and by minor characters, we don't mean characters that mine things.
And we don't mean characters underneath 18 years old.
At least one of mine is.
Yeah, but so that's not the premise of this.
Right.
The supporting act. It's the guys in the background. Sometimes they steal the show.
Yeah.
That's what they're there to do.
Yep.
So, thought a lot about this.
I was real excited about this one.
Me too.
And
all of my guys came off my head. I didn't do any research whatsoever.
Yeah.
Even my honorable mentions, I didn't research.
Yeah, mine like my first 4 came off my head, and then I needed to think of a number 5, and I got to it. But like as I was like kind of looking things up online and trying to remind myself of who I liked, like just this flood of other awesome characters popped up.
Yeah,
God, there are just so many, especially in horror. There are really good minor characters in horror.
Yeah,
like
there is, especially don't go in there. Anyways, the reason I thought about this was a couple episodes back we did decapitations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not confused. We actually did that.
Yeah,
we're not doing it tonight,
did
obviously. Well, I rewatched Terra Firma for the fat guy in the escalator,
right,
with Lemmy and everything.
Yeah,
but I rewatched the whole movie, and there's my number 5 is in Terra Firma.
Okay.
What gave me the whole concept for this? Toadster. Remember that? Remember that guy?
Yes.
The Toadster. Hey, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
Great douchebag.
He's a great douchebag character. He's a great supporting character. He is the sound guy on the movie. Every time he goes anywhere or anytime it cuts to him, he's the sound guy, so he has this little mixer and he plays the clip. Toadster.
Yep.
He's the Toadster.
He's the Toadster.
It's awesome.
You can't fuck with the Toadster.
Yeah. He gets butt naked and killed with a bomb. How's that for a supporting character?
That's yeah. Toadster.
You can't do much better than the Toadster.
That's shit. He should be number 1. Now I want to know who your number 1 is.
He's well. I will be surprised if we don't have a crossover with him. With my number 1, might not be your number 1, but I'm sure you have him on your list. If not, he's in your honorable mentions. If not, you're going to be mad at yourself.
Okay.
For not thinking.
If not, I'm going to punch myself in the dick. Okay.
You probably will, and that'll be on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Dom is going to punch himself in the dick. You can hear the sound effect. You can hear his squeal.
My discomfort. You can relish in it.
So yeah, my number 5, the Toadster.
Nice.
Toadster.
My number 5 is Miggs from Silence of the Lambs.
I can smell your cunt. Flick.
All right, that is awesome. I didn't even think of that. It didn't even cross my mind. Fucking Miggs.
Multiple Miggs.
Throws the semen in her face. How do you
says,
like that,
"Smell your
rookie?
cunt."
How do you like that, rookie? Smell your cunt. That's awesome. Miggs.
If you remember anything from Silence of the Lambs, you remember Miggs. I think I was like 8 or 9 when I first saw that movie. Like,
Me too.
Right when it came out on video.
Yeah.
And that scene I remember. And I didn't know what jizz was really at the time.
Oh, I did. I was a terrible child.
I figured it was boogers or something, but whatever it was.
I knew what it was. I found my dad's porn at a way too early age. So. Yeah.
Miggs.
Fucking Miggs. My number 4, Mr. Hoffman from Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. The guy in the limo.
Yeah, the Illuminati guy.
Yeah,
great character.
And he comes in and he's fucking crazy as fuck. And he's got like pierced nipples that aren't nipples.
Yeah, they're like dangly fucking.
Yeah, what the fuck
nipple
is that
dicks.
all about? Little nipple dicks on his side. Yeah. And he's got like scarification and all this shit, and he's fucking creepy as fuck.
Yep.
And that character stood out to me. I remember watching that movie and being like, fuck. Matthew McConaughey with his overacting.
Yeah,
It's
Renee
great.
Zellweger being in it at all. Like,
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to doubt until you actually see it.
Yeah. And people shit on it.
Yeah.
For me, I like it.
It's
If you're going to bastardize it,
yeah,
then bastardize it like that.
it's stupid
Just
as
make it
fuck.
stupid
but it's
as
stupid as
fuck.
fuck in a great way. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Nice.
Mr. Hoffman in his limo. Save me! Save me! Come here, child. What are they doing to you? And he's like, this is supposed to be. It's almost like Martyrs, where like he pays people to torture people.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is not they're fucking it up. This is not the way it's supposed to be. It should have been transcendence, child. All this shit. He's a creepy fuck.
Yeah.
Number 4.
The chicken salesman in The Devil's Rejects. Now, you're not gonna fuck these chickens, are you? And
That's
Michael Berryman's response, like just that
What
whole
the
scene.
fuck? You didn't go get that chicken, boss.
He thinks I'm gonna fuck these chickens. And, it was just a setup for a fantastic scene. Rhode Island Red, you want Rhode Island? You're saying that I can break this chicken's neck, stick my dick in it, and it'll make me go, ah!
I love it. That's a great pull. That would not come to my head.
He was actually the first one that came to my head.
He was?
Yeah.
Really?
When,
Mine is a tosser, which is kind of off the wall.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Rob Zombie has a lot of great minor characters in his movie, too. I had
Mm-hmm.
to...
All
Every
his
other Rob
movies,
Zombie
yeah.
minor character that came to mind, I had to put on my honorable mention because I didn't want to just like be on his jock this whole episode.
Yeah,
But
yeah. He's got some good...
Yeah.
What's that guy? Brian Posen in
Yeah.
The Devil's Rejects?
Yeah, Brian
Such a
Posen.
fucking idiot.
Yeah, Stucky in the first in House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
The retarded guy with the Playboy stuff.
Yeah.
Great character. And he just comes up with all these great little like one-off things. We should just write a whole movie like that.
Well, my number 3. I talk about Reanimator a lot.
Mhm.
I got it tattooed to me. It's in my brain forever.
Right.
I'm always going to talk about Reanimator. But I, for the sake of supporting characters, all my Reanimator characters are on my honorable mentions.
Okay.
I don't want to turn this into the Reanimator podcast, so. But with that being said, doesn't mean I can't talk about Beyond Reanimator.
That's right.
Speedball, the hippie,
Good.
who injects himself
Yeah,
up with the reagent
yeah.
just to feel high and starts exploding all over the
Yeah,
place.
that crazy Tommy Chong motherfucker.
So fucking awesome.
I was hoping your character would be the reanimated dick, but
The Warden's dick. Actually, the Warden's dick is on my honorable mentions.
Oh, nice.
No, just the Warden himself. But yeah, Speedball. I thought that guy he did it really well.
Yeah.
And he was a perfect actor. He's like slightly balding.
Yeah.
He's got his glasses. He's
looked like Tommy Chong.
Yeah, he looked like Tommy Chong, yeah. I think that's what they were going for, so.
Yeah. My number 3 is Mordecai from The Cabin in the Woods.
All right.
The guy that warns them not to go to the cabin.
Yeah.
And the whole scene with them on the phone, and he's like, more sinners and punishment and blah. Do you have me on speakerphone? No, Mordecai, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, Cabin by the Woods, to me, or is it Cabin in the Woods?
Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods, yeah. So, to me, awesome ending. It's a good movie, but they should have revealed some other shit quicker, to me. You know, it went with the Evil Dead. It was like in the Evil Dead remake had just came out, or
Yeah.
it just got announced, and it was like...
That was poorly timed.
It was.
I love Cabin in the Woods
Me too.
as a genre piece and as a... I mean, it's basically Lovecraftian horror, but in comedy form.
Yeah, and I love that end scene. You can't... like I said, I've watched Cabin in the Woods twice. In its entirety. I've rewatched that end scene where they show all the cubicles and stuff like that many more times.
I saw it in the theater 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how much I liked it.
Yeah.
And the Chris Hemsworth jumping the canyon and hitting the invisible wall thing is what did it for me. That's where I knew that I loved that movie. But yeah, Mordecai was a great character and a very good running joke. So now we're on to number 2. We're in the final 2.
Number 2. I don't know if it's going to be on your list or in your honorable mentions, but I'd be very surprised if my number 2 and my number 1 weren't anywhere on your list or were your honorable mentions.
Okay.
Number 2.
Oh, I kick ass for the Lord.
Yeah, the priest.
The Priest from
Yep.
Dead Alive.
Yep.
A great character.
Great character.
Kung Fu. And even when he becomes a zombie. And he's a horny priest. He's got his zombie nuts.
Yeah.
They're full. He's never got to spill them. So he impregnates the
Finally
fucking
cuts
nurse.
loose
And
on- yeah.
Finally, yeah, because he's
Fucking
a
on the
zombie. He doesn't give a
table
shit,
and-
yeah.
yeah.
But before that, oh, I kick ass for the Lord.
Well, probably the best line in that movie.
It is.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, the priest, I can't remember his name. Father fucking...
He was the priest.
Probably like Father Jameson or
Yeah.
something stereotypical like that. But I love the priest from Dead Alive.
Great
I love Dead
character.
Alive.
Yeah.
What's your number 2?
The derelict from Hellraiser. The bum.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
When he eats the fucking worms.
Yeah.
Or what was it, crickets or worms?
Yeah, grasshoppers or something like that. Locusts maybe, I don't know. But he was creepy, and in the end he got the box and turned into a fucking, winged, horned thing. And
Yeah.
just everything about him was so iconic.
He was a very minor character in the movie, and that's what we're going for.
Yeah.
He's a great minor character.
But he was like really important too because he's sort of like he's like the messenger of the box. Didn't they try to bring him back in one of the sequels, but he looked like he was Asian?
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Don't remember that.
But very iconic, very standout.
Yeah, I love that. You ready for number 1?
I'm ready for number 1.
Okay, my number 1. Like I said, it's not the Reanimator podcast.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean I can have multiple Jeffrey Combs roles.
Okay.
Agent Milton Dammers from The Frighteners.
Wow.
My body is a roadmap of pain.
I love that character. I almost don't consider him a minor character because he was so important to that story, which is why he didn't make my list.
Really?
Yeah.
I see. That's one thing. I had Chop Top
Okay.
originally as one of my main characters, but I didn't put him Chop Top from Texas Chainsaw 2.
Yeah.
But I'm like, he's in the family.
Yeah.
He's not that minor. Milton Dammers to me, I mean, you have other characters. To me, the main characters of that movie are Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
The psychiatrist, or what's the girl? The
girl,
girl is with,
yeah.
And then you got the girl and her mom.
Yeah.
And Gary Busey's son.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like past that.
Right,
He's
yeah.
kind of on the peripheral. That's why I think he's a minor character.
The story could have progressed without him. He
But
wasn't
he's so
like the main
great.
antagonist.
He
but
doesn't
yeah.
like when women yell at him. He throws
doesn't-
up.
He doesn't like being touched.
He doesn't like. He's
Yeah.
such a weirdo.
Yeah, he just been
And
through
how
so
could he
much.
be at such fucking levels of the FBI, being so fucking weird?
That's how he got that
He
weird.
went
Yeah.
undercover with cults when he opens his fucking shirt.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a lead breastplate. You won't get my heart. I'm wearing a lead breastplate.
Fantastic character.
I love that dude. And his haircut is so terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Agent Milton Dammers and his scars and his pentagrams and everything
Yeah.
like that. He made the movie. To me.
He did.
I-
Frighteners was a good movie.
It's
but
Peter
he
Jackson.
He made it great.
That was the last. Was that his last good movie before Lord of the Rings? I don't know if you like Lord of the Rings. I don't. I hate that shit.
I'm 50-50 on Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
I'm not a fantasy guy at all. I'm a horror guy, and he was, Bad Taste, Dead Alive, fucking Frighteners.
Yeah.
You know,
Did you see Beautiful Creatures?
Heavenly Creatures.
Heavenly Creatures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
My number 1
All right.
is possibly my number 1 character of any movie ever.
Wow.
And we've talked about him before.
Okay.
Pancakes!
Ah, I thought last podcast you said that aren't Dennis.
No,
We said that. We said that aren't Dennis.
No, we did not say that.
We said it specifically.
No. Well, I take it back because Dennis is God. Did we
All
say
right.
that?
We did
I'm
say
gonna
it.
go back and listen.
Listen
God damn,
to
I
the-
need to smoke less weed.
We said that aren't Dennis.
Well, Dennis overruled that.
And we're not talking about the remake. We're talking about the
We're
original
talking
Cabin
about
Fever.
real fucking Dennis.
And you should know Dennis by now.
Okay.
On
And
my
if-
honorable mentions, Dr. Mambo, the dog.
Okay. And if it can't be Dennis,
All right.
Old Man Caldwell, same movie.
Which one is Old Man
The guy who owns the shop.
Caldwell? Oh yeah.
What's the gun for?
Yeah. All right. It can be Dennis.
Yeah,
We'll let it slide.
It's gonna be Dennis. I don't even
Let
care
it
what we
slide.
said last show.
We're gonna start writing down these rules.
We need
because-
to, yeah.
I drink a lot of beer. You smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah,
so
yeah, we
we're
both
gonna
get hit in the
write down-
head. So
Yeah, we both get hit in the head a lot. So we're gonna write these rules down. So. All right. His number 1 is
I
Dennis.
can't believe I even agreed to it not being Dennis. Like, Dennis should come and karate kick me for that.
All right, my honorable mentions. We have the Warden from Beyond Reanimator.
Good character.
What a fucking terrible actor. As the Warden.
I don't even think he spoke English.
And then he
really
starts to
well.
become
Yeah.
a rat, but he's still the Warden.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a terrible actor, but a great character.
Yeah, he owned it. He owned the shit out of that.
He did. Dr. Carl Hill from Reanimator, the
Yeah.
doctor. What a douchebag. You want him to die.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that guy.
And he just-
Mr. West, I suggest you get yourself a pen.
Judge Crandall. Or it's Jude Crandall from Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
My little notes here with the autocorrect says Judge Crandall Pet Seminary.
Judge Crandall is actually a judge in San Luis Obispo, which is why I suddenly raised an eyebrow on that.
Fuck that guy. Anyways, I'm gonna go around these parts. I'm gonna go down now. It's on South Park, you know. He's doing parody on South Park and stuff. He's a great minor character. Sex Machine from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yep.
Another great minor character. We've talked about him. Another guy. There's two people that made me think of this list. There was the Toddster, and there was Demon from Friday the 13th Part 5. Oh, too many enchiladas. Ooh, baby. That guy.
What was his name?
Demon.
Demon.
Yeah, and he doesn't look like he's Demon.
No, not at all.
He looks like he's Motown.
Yeah. His name should be like Jerry Curl or something
Fucking
like that.
too many enchiladas. Then I have a lot of minors, so got a couple more. Stooge from Night of the Demons, the pig punk guy from Night of the Demons. Love it. From Fright Night, Peter Vincent.
Yeah.
Love him. Reggie from Phantasm.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
And my last one, Trash from Return of the Living Dead.
Fucking trash.
A bunch of old men to just eat me and blah blah blah. And she gets naked and starts dancing.
Yeah.
She's fucking crazy. And also in Night of the Demons, she's in there too. And she shoves lipstick in her nipples.
Yep.
And that was the first horror movie I ever saw was Night of the Demons.
Really?
First horror movie I ever saw. Stole a VHS tape from my neighbor. It came out in 1985, which is the year I was born.
Right.
And might have been it wasn't. I had already found porn by that time, but when I got that was my first horror movie. And the lipstick tits, I'll never forget that. You know, always remember.
One of those things that's burned into your consciousness.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't remember what my first horror movie was. Huh.
I distinctly remember watching that.
Yeah.
And then I went to stay the night at my other friend's house, and we were sleeping outside by like a campfire in his backyard, which is probably not up to code.
No, probably not.
White trash is fun. Campfire in the backyard, camp in the backyard. So, all right, that's all for my honorable mentions. What about you?
My honorable mentions are the roadside preacher from House of a Thousand Corpses.
Okay.
Crazy black guy with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Benjamin Moss from 13 Ghosts, the lawyer. He was just so slimy and smarmy and gross, and then he gets cut in half by those doors.
Yeah.
And there's did the lawyer split?
Didn't you
joke
talk
later?
about that as being a decapitation? I told you, fuck you.
I didn't.
Maybe it was honorable mention.
Yeah, it was an honorable mention because it was a head cut in half.
Yeah.
I also had Sex Machine from Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh yeah, Sex Machine.
Sex
Machine, come on, Sex Machine.
Quinn from Blade. He was the assistant vampire to Stephen Dorff's character, who Blade kept fucking up. Like over and over and over.
The fat one?
No, the kind of like long-haired, greasy guy.
That would be a good one. That fat guy.
The fat guy is good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Quinn was the I'm gonna be a naughty vampire god. That guy.
Oh yeah.
Just the running joke of him getting constantly fucked up.
Yeah, he's like a long hair beard guy. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember that now.
Mama Karis from The Exorcist. Why you do this to me, Demi? Every time my computer fucks up, that's what I say to it. Axel from Friday the 13th Part 4. He was the morgue technician guy that kept trying to fuck the nurse and was like watching the aerobic videos.
Oh yeah.
And the priest from Brain Dead, Dead Alive. Yeah?
Dead Alive, Brain Dead, whatever.
Yeah.
This is America around here. Around these parts, we call that Dead Alive.
We call it Dead Alive.
We don't call it Brain Dead.
With the rat
This is
monkey.
the U.S.O.A. Fucking eagles flying and shit. Fireworks. Assault rifles. America.
Land of the free, home of the brave.
Home of the brave. And also, the home of Postmortem. Postmortem.
I think that's the show.
I think it is too.
Well, if you enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed this, then you enjoyed it as much as we did.
And I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
So, what's going to be our top 5 next week?
We should have the audience suggest something.
That would be cool. On the off chance that someone does listen to the show
Right.
and suggest something,
Yeah.
we'll go with you.
Yeah.
If your suggestion sucks, we're going to go with top 5 portrayals of the devil or demons in a horror movie. That's a pretty strong list.
Yes.
I can think of several.
Yes. With no limitations on it.
Only limitation, no exorcist.
That wasn't really the devil anyway, so that's
It's
fine.
a demon.
Yeah.
No devil or demons.
Okay.
Because devil, if we restricted to just the devil,
That would be pretty limited.
yeah, so we're going with devil or demons.
Okay. In horror only, or
Yeah.
okay,
Horror.
okay. So no Tim Curry devil from Legend.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Just because that's the greatest portrayal of a devil in cinema, as far as I'm concerned. But we won't go there.
All right.
All right.
So, until next time,
As H.P. Lovecraft once said,
if it smells like fish,
throw the fucker back.
throw the fucker back.
America.
America.
Fuck yeah.